And here we go.
What is up, everybody? My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and we have got a review for you today for the season premiere of the 9-episode event series run for Prison Break. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was for this show. It's been 7 long years since we had any Prison Break, and Prison Break was a show that I absolutely adored when it was on TV. I thought that the first season of Prison Break was just unbelievable. It's probably still to this day my favorite season of TV ever. It moved at a breakneck speed, it had twists, and it ratcheted up the tension every single episode. And I've noticed more and more what I want out of a TV show, especially a thriller or a drama or an action-oriented show, such as what used to happen on The Walking Dead, such as what happens with Game of Thrones, such as what happens with 2 of my favorite shows ever, Justified and Sons of Anarchy, and what has elevated this year's Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Each episode builds upon the previous episode, and that is what Prison Break did better than anyone when it first premiered. Season 1, Season 2 were both excellent, especially Season 1, but Season 2 carried on the tradition quite well. Whereas Season 3, based on the writer strike and the shortened season that we got, it wasn't really up to par with the first 2 seasons that we got of Prison Break. Now, Season 4 was a little bit better. I feel like it lost a lot of momentum going after the midway point of that season, and just the way it wrapped up was not very satisfactory. And if you haven't seen the previous seasons of Prison Break, this is going to be a huge spoiler. I think you should already know this going in, but if you haven't seen it before, check it out first so that you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. And then we're briefly just going to talk about the episode itself and how it kind of compares. Michael Scofield dies in the previous version of Prison Break. He dies at the end of Season 4, and then we're just kind of left with a really unsatisfactory feeling in our gut. Our hero for the show leaves his wife, his brother, and his unborn child behind. It's just a really dour way to end the series. Cut to today. Cut to present day. And now we have Prison Break back, and it seems that Michael Scofield has returned from the grave. And T-Bag, our favorite villain from the original run, somehow gets out of prison. That hasn't quite been explained yet. And then goes to Lincoln, Michael's brother, who has fallen back into his kind of street thug ways, and kind of reveals this picture that Michael might be alive. From there, we get a host of other characters that populated the series in its previous run. We got Sarah Wayne Callies as Sarah Tancredi, Michael's wife, who has now got his baby boy at about, I don't know, maybe 6 years old. It's supposed to be 7 years that have passed, so I'm guessing 6 or 7. Also named Michael Scofield. She is married to another man and has moved on with her life and doesn't really want to believe that Michael is alive, because why would he hide this from him? It doesn't make any sense to them. We then go on to talk about the prison that he is in, and it's called, probably gonna butcher this, Ogygia, in Yemen. From there, it just moves so quickly. They definitely discover when Lincoln is almost killed on the road, and when Sarah and her family have a home abduction attempt and her husband ends up being shot, that something is really wrong here, and they're really trying to cover this up. So Lincoln reaches out for help with his old Fox River inmate buddies in C-Note, played by Rockman Dunbar, who is a great return, and Amori Nolasco, who plays Sucre, Michael's best friend from the original series run. It was great to see all these faces and their interaction together, and Dominic Purcell being back as Lincoln was definitely a welcome return, and I loved seeing all the old faces return to this new series. By the end of the episode, we end up getting to the prison. There's a cool little action scene in a warehouse in Yemen, and then we get the reveal that Michael is actually in the prison. But he tells Lincoln that he doesn't know who he is, and that he's not Michael Scofield, and that you're looking for the wrong person. The people helping Lincoln and C-Note get to Michael think he's some kind of terrorist, and that he's killed a bunch of people. Now, I think we got a little bit of a reveal that we do believe that it is Michael, because as he turns away from Lincoln, even though he rejected him, he cringes. I think that's confirmation that it is indeed Michael Scofield, and not some kind of brainwashed memory loss that he's dealing with. And he definitely did reach out to his brother. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. I felt like this episode suffered from the fact that it's only going to have 9 episodes this season, and it felt a little rushed. It didn't feel like things built. You just hopped from, heck, not only city to city, but continent to continent, and country to country. And it just felt rushed. I'm hoping that now that we got kind of the exposition out of the way, and what leads us to the meat of our story out of the way, that we can get on to a little bit more decisive action and a little bit more depth in the story, and we can delve a little deeper and see what's going on here. Because there's a lot of potential. Once again, a lot of just mystery and intrigue, and again, a breakneck pace that they have established here. If I was going to rate the season premiere of the new event series of Prison Break, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Again, it suffers from just being too rushed. I feel like there's great elements. It was great to see our old friends again from the show, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. I am still super excited that this show is back, and I can't wait to see where it leads from here. Tell us what you thought of the premiere of Prison Break, and if you're as happy that it's back as I am. If you enjoyed this review, definitely leave us a like, and if you want to see more reviews just like this and all of our other segments on the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and as always, my friends, have yourselves a super week.